This is a story about an ordinary teddy bear. When he was made, they found something wrong with him and threw him away like a piece of rubbish into an old dark storeroom. Then, from outer space, a spotty man brought him to life with his cosmic dust. He took him to a magic cloud, where Mother Nature gave him special powers. That bear became Superted.
Hello and welcome back. If you caught the last video, you'd seen we were looking at 80s, more the British side of what was going on in the 80s cartoons, and we had a look at Banana Man. Now here we've got another British superhero of the time, and it was Superted. Superted originally started off as a book, or a series of books, in 1981 by a Welsh author, and then it got released as a TV series in 1982 on the Welsh station S4C, and then from there, obviously, it caught the attention of the BBC, and the BBC picked it up and had it translated from Welsh into English, and then ran the show on Chums BBC. That started in 1983 and run to 1986. All in all, there was 3 series, which comprise of 36 episodes, each episode being about 10 minutes long, which was ideal for children's television at that time. I'm not sure if this one made it outside of the UK. I would imagine it did do, because I know later on in about, it would have been about 1989, I think, Hanna-Barbera picked up the rights to this, and they released a series called Further Adventures of Superted, and then that was aired on the Disney Channel. Now, I think at that time this was the first British animated series to air on the Disney Channel, which I suppose was a landmark thing. Looking back at this show now, it was a good show. It was pretty much aimed at a younger audience. Again, it was about a teddy bear that had been put into a reject bin in a teddy bear manufacturing factory, and Mother Earth comes along, grants him some powers, brings him to life, turns him into Superted, and that's what the story is basically based on. The voice actors for this particular show was a pretty strong lineup. You had children's TV presenters, you had quite large household name actors, especially British actors. So the main voice of Superted was a gentleman called Derek Griffiths. Now, if you know British kids television from the 70s and 80s, you'll know that Derek Griffiths was in Playaway, and he was in Play School. He was the narrator on Bod. Obviously, he did Superted. If you was ever did the look and listen things at school, at primary school, junior school level, There was an episode called Dirk Towers. He was in that as well. So fairly, pretty much all round guy in the children's TV scene. And then you had Spotty, which was Superted's companion. He was voiced by John Pertwee, who was Doctor Who and Wurzel Gummidge for many other things. The bad guys in it, Texas Pete was an actor called Victor Spinetti, and then Skeleton was Melvin Hayes. Melvin Hayes was a good actor of the time. Another character in this called Bulk was a British actor called Roy Kinnear. Roy Kinnear can be seen in quite a few things, especially British films at the time. Previous video to mine, you can check it out if you look down below. We look at some 80s sword and sorcery films. Roy Kinnear was, if any of those British films of that kind of era, Roy Kinnear was in. So you can go back and you can check out Hawk the Slayer. He's in Hawk the Slayer. If you go back and check Krull, he's also in Krull. So this guy was around, and to do something like this, the big names. Christopher Plummer was also a voice actor in this. So it was a pretty strong cast and lineup, really. It was a good show. It is a good show. Again, like I said before, it's primarily based at a younger audience, but I still enjoy it now. Again, these shows are that short. You can just it was just mindless watching, really, and you can put them on now and get engrossed with them for a couple of hours, and it's great. This particular release is really it's a nice thing to have, but it's a bare bones release. There ain't a great deal on it. Well, in fact, there's nothing on it apart from the episodes. Even the release itself, show the back, is really slim with what it even packaging wise. There's not much to it, and I've never seen any other variation on this. There may be variations out there where there might be 3 individual seasons where this is the complete. I'm not sure. Excuse me. Again, it's something good to have in the collection. Just again for nostalgia purposes. So again, it's a really basic bare bones packaging. Just the 2 discs on there. But again, it was a program that ran for a while, and reran as well, because of the time. The time that each individual show ran for, it could be fitted into any particular slot, really. But yeah, that's Superted. Again, keep coming back. We've always got new content popping up. There'll be more things coming on in the next few days, as we start sort of breaking away from the UK things, and we start going back to some of the more big hitters that were coming out of the US at the time. As you can see on the left hand side there, I have got a box set of Transformers, which we'll be doing at some point. It's just a rather large collection to try and film, but we will get there. We will do that one, and there's numerous other things that's in here as well as. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around with the channel. It's always nice to see that we're getting new subscribers. We're getting some decent views. We're not getting loads and loads of views, but it's nice when we get over 100 views. It means someone's actually watching this stuff, and it must mean something to somebody. But no, that's cool. So if you've not already, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll catch you again soon. Thanks.